Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I'm going to share some gift wrapping ideas with you using craft paper from our sponsor Paper Mart. You can find them online at www.papermart.com. So I just got this roll of craft paper in the mail, and I wanted to make sure that I was going to use it, and I wanted to make sure it was handy in my craft room where anybody could get to it. So what I did was I found a piece of copper pipe, and I had my husband cut it so it was just a couple inches longer than the roll, and then I took some really strong wire, doubled it up, and went through the copper pipe so that I'd have a hanging apparatus. I had my husband put a couple screws up into the ceiling joist, and then he lifted that up for me and wrapped around the ends of the wire so it's really hanging here securely. So now to get some paper to wrap, all I have to do is pull it down, and you can see how easily it slides on that, and then take my scissors and cut straight across. I thought about hanging scissors, but then I thought hanging scissors is not a good idea, especially since my kids use my craft room. But as long as you have a scissors handy, it's really easy to cut that down. The great thing about using craft paper is that you can use it for any occasion, any season, just by changing up the yarn or ribbon or washi tape or whatever you want to use to embellish it. So it truly is useful. You can also get that in white if you want something that's even a little more versatile. But craft paper is really trendy right now, so we're going to use this today to wrap some Christmas presents. So let's go to the table and I'll show you how it's done. Here are the wrappings I'm going to demonstrate today. One is super fun and glitzy, we're going to do that first, and the other one is super easy and modern with the washi tape. But for the first one, all you need is simple packing tape, the stuff you wrap up packages with, you know, to mail. I'm using the 2-inch wide clear packing tape. You can get it at any store. You probably even have some in your stash. If you don't have this, you could even use regular old 1-inch thin cello tape that you have around your house. So what you want to do is put it face up on your table, so the sticky side is up, just kind of spread it across there, and then all you need to do is sprinkle on some sequins along the length of the tape. You want to try to scatter them so they're not all in piles, just kind of evenly disperse them. And if you see any that are kind of overlapping or sticking up on their edge, you can kind of flatten them down with your fingers, and also you can place a few here and there if you need to, just to even it out a little bit. Now, there are some other options here. You can use it as is, or you can sprinkle it with some glitter. I think gold looks really great for Christmas. That's what I did on this package. But for this one, I think I'm going to leave it plain just so you can see the alternative there. So just lay it down on your paper, paper wrapping. It's going to be semi-adhesive because wherever there's no sequins, it's going to stick. So just press it down and wrap the ends around to the back. When I put on the sequins, and especially if I'm doing glitter, I try to keep the last inch of the tape kind of plain so that there'll be the adhesive there, so I won't have to use additional tape on the back. But you can always do that if that happens. It's not a big deal. For the tag, I'm using some double-sided tape, and you can use any brand, but I like this Sequins brand from Scorpal. Works really well. Just press it onto your tag, and you can tear off the excess if you're using the score tape. And then all you need to do is peel off the backing paper. It's just kind of like a little release paper. Some tapes won't have that. If you're using Scotch, I don't think that has it. And then all you have to do is just dip that into your bowl of sequins, or you can scatter a few on exactly the way you want it if you prefer. Now I'm taking some gold glitter and sprinkling it right on top of those sequins. It's going to stick anywhere there isn't a sequin, so that'll make sure that our tag isn't sticky and it'll be super sparkly. And make sure you return any excess glitter back to the container so you can use it on another project. Isn't that pretty? Now all you have to do is tie the tag onto the package. I'm using some of this beautiful baker's twine. You don't have to be stingy with it because you get 240 yards on a roll for between $8 and $10, I think. And of course you save more the more you buy at Paper Mart. So don't be stingy with that. Use it. It's so pretty. And I think it looks really festive on this present. You want to trim the ends so it's neat, and then take a look at your beautiful wrapped package. I think this is going to be great for a Yankee swap because it will really make people wonder what's inside. Next up, we're going to use some washi tape to decorate a plain brown craft package again. So just start with your basic wrap package, and then choose some washi tape in Christmas colors, or if you're doing this for a birthday, you can use the recipient's favorite colors. I'm using some green striped tape, and I'm tearing off enough that I can wrap it around to the back, but I usually don't do that with every color. I try to kind of vary it a little bit so that it has a little bit of interest rather than having it line right up like ribbon. I like to use different thicknesses, different patterns, different colors. The chevron is really pretty. That's a really classic pattern too that you can use on a lot of different projects. And I love the fact that Paper Mart has this thinner washi tape too in solid colors. You can get it in a multi-pack and it's really great for adding a little contrast. Now, when you're pulling off your tape, a lot of times it will tear, especially if you're at the beginning of a roll. That's where I decorate the tags. I just keep my tags handy, and while I'm wrapping the presents, if a short piece comes off, I stick it right on the tag, and that way I don't have any waste. So there's a little tip for you. And that brings me to another point. I really think you should use your washi and don't hoard it, because with any sort of paper tape, like if you've ever had an old roll of masking tape, you know how it gets sticky and doesn't want to work very well. I would use it up just in case anything ever happens to the adhesive. You don't want to waste it. You bought it to use it, so use it. It's perfect for decorating your packages. I'm using some green and red baker's twine because I love that stuff, just to add the tag right onto the package. It's simple, it's easy, it's quick, but boy, what a wonderful presentation it gives. Just tie it in a little knot or a bow and trim off the excess, and you will be all set with a beautifully wrapped package. The thing I like about this technique is that you can use it for any holiday, any birthday, just by varying the tape that you use. Now let's take a look at our finished presents. I think they look fantastic. You can find all the supplies and materials I used at Paper Mart. Please check them out at www.papermart.com, where we make you look even better. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe. Until next time, happy crafting!